Until Dawn may not have the cultural ubiquity of Minecraft, but the horror survival video game has a cult fanbase. Director David F. Sandberg and co-screenwriter Gary Dauberman are not only devotees of the game, but a logical team to tackle the adaptation. Sandberg has helmed the horror favorite Lights Out and the well-received Annabelle creation, which was also scripted by Dauberman. While Dauberman is no stranger to adapting beloved horror properties, having co-written both films playing in the sandbox of the beloved game, Until Dawn is a new story in the larger universe, not a remake or reboot of the story. Ahead of its release, Sandberg and Dauberman broke down the film's place in the franchise, some of its Easter eggs, and potential sequels. How did you figure out how you wanted to adapt Until Dawn into a film? Dauberman: It was a discussion with Blair Butler, my co-writer, at first, just talking about the game itself. It's so cinematic, so we didn't want to try to recreate what we have already experienced in great fashion on our couches. So we talked about what characters we could bring over into a new story and see where we could take the game, really leaning into the inspirations of the genres that the game leans into, and see how we can exploit that for the movie. This movie was filled with practical effects. How did you land on that decision? Sandberg: It's always been my dream to make a movie like that. I've always been a big horror fan, always been a big practical effects and latex blood kind of fan. When we were in prep, going through sets and things like that, there was a lot of, well, that's going to be visual effects, right? And it was like, no, we can do it like this. And then, okay, but that's going to be visual effects, right? No. There's nothing wrong with visual effects at all, but it was sort of assumed that a lot of things would be made that way, as that's how it's done now. And there are visual effects in our movie too. We didn't stay away from them, but we wanted to take practical as far as we could and be clever about it. It's satisfying when it does work and when the plan comes together, as they would say on the A-Team. What were some elements you knew had to be in the film for fans of the game? Dauberman: Dr. Hill was a big one that, as a fan of the game, I felt we could learn more about. Working with Peter Stormare, who plays him, was something I was really hoping we could do. The Psycho Mask was another element of the game that I thought was such an iconic visual that we wanted to carry over into the movie. Then just the spirit of the game itself. The scares, the thrills, the fun of it. What I felt playing the game was something we wanted to recreate with the movie.